Hello, good afternoon, everybody. All right. Thank you for joining this webinar sessions. Okay. My name is Akil. So I will be conducting this webinar for about half an hour. And okay, so this webinar is all about the newly BIM360. And today, I would like to focus more on the BIM360 design. Okay, so all right, so now we've got 5 participants. Okay, so we got the BARSB, we got KKHA, Siti Rohani, Mr. Ben, Ms. Diana. All right, so okay, so BIM360, just so you know, is one of the cloud solutions provided by Autodesk. Okay, and people know that BIM360 looks like another cloud storage solutions like Google Drive, what else, ForShare, OneDrive, and so on. Okay, and whoever have involved in any BIM projects, so you must realize that the most crucial parts of managing your Revit models, handling your data is all about how you're going to manage all of them in one platform. And in BIM360, you can get all done and based on the package that you will choose. Okay, for instance, as of for today's session, I'm going to show you what is one of the package. It's a BIM360 design, and why we need this BIM360 design, because it is meant for the consultants and also for modelers, designers, and whoever modeling projects. Okay, so when you are in the BIM projects, okay, especially for, or if you call that project as a BIM project, or sometimes you don't realize that you are in the BIM project. Okay, so you will see that you will transfer data or transfer drawings, models, or whatever kind of information that you want to submit throughout the platforms that would be insecure. Okay, so let's say you want to, if you are the architects and you want to transfer your data to engineering firms, okay, so clients, okay, so any other parties. So people would usually use network drives, people, or sometimes they will just use emails, okay, to attach all bulky drawings, and sometimes they will just use a Google Drive and so on. And when think of that, you must be worried about the security of your data that you have been transferred through online. Okay, so these are the 4 examples of what is available in the industry and what has been used by all the users across the AEC industry. So some of the users use FTP SharePoint as their, as their sharing platform. And if your company have like a good network systems, server and so on, so you may use that network drives, okay, to share or to transfer data across your project members, okay, but it's not good for external members who are working outside your office, okay. And some other people have been using basic cloud storage like Google, like OneDrive, like any other ForShare and so on. So, and why people trusting the system, because people thinks that this cloud storage is easy to manage, okay, and you can simply you don't have to go anywhere, and you don't have to, you don't have to think about how big is the file, because if you're going to buy, let's say 100 terabytes or any kind of storage volume, so you will be able to upload any kind of data. All right, so that's what makes people think that the cloud storage would be a good way to communicate with other parties, and also a good way to communicate across project members. Okay, and some of the people also use point cloud solutions, like as I've known, is like project-wise. Okay, it's all good. Okay, but in BIM 360, it solves all the issues that we found in the cloud storage and cloud communication platform. Okay, for instance, if you think that if you share your model across Google Drive, okay, across any other platform, okay, your file can be shared, but how are you going to make sure the users can simply open up the models and review the models and simply doing the markups and so on using that platform? Of course, in that simple cloud storage, basic cloud storage, you cannot do that. But in BIM360, we can simply do that. And I will show you later on how we're going to manage all the drawings and data. Okay, and there's a problems when we want to transfer the data, okay, and from designer to engineer and to engineer to contractor and contractor to owner. And usually when it comes to the transmitter or submitter, so there must be some issues there, okay, when the data is not updated, okay, when contractor is not getting the latest update of your drawing. So that would be an issue if you are not using any kind of cloud issues. Okay. Right. So how I'm telling you a little bit on the history of BIM 360. Okay. So when Autodesk started Revit, so it was a brilliant software where you can not just modeling multidiscipline items or projects, but you can actually work together using collaborations in Revit. Okay, so this is where Autodesk introduced work sharing, and also it improvised into the Revit server. Okay, and where it also improved a lot when Autodesk enhanced the Revit cloud work sharing features when people started using BIM 360 team. Okay, so if you ever involved or if you ever registered in any BIM project, so there are some people that might be still using that BIM 360 team. So BIM 360 is almost the same that the thing that I'm going to show today. Okay, and started 2018, Autodesk has fully generated the Autodesk BIM 360 design based on the past experience. So this BIM 360 design is the most complete design collaboration platform that runs on the cloud, right? So that will be a good things that comes into industry. And I'm going to show you later on how and why people need BIM 360 design. Right. Okay, so this is the way you can access BIM 360. Okay, so you are not going to use any high-end PCs or laptops. Okay, you are not going to use any workstations for this. You can simply use your own laptop. Okay, or you can either use your mobile device like iPad, tablet, and also your mobile phones to access this account, because we have apps to run this BIM 360 accounts from your device. Okay, and as you are using the BIM 360, you can see we have the front page that simply mentions what are the informations that we need to know. Let's say, for instance, if you want to see all the list of project design issues on the right side here, and you can also see what are the another project issues, okay, and also what are the design packages that has been involved in this project, especially focusing on BIM 360 design. Okay, and then and there is the user interface is quite user friendly, because for me, for those who have not learned Revit, who have not learned any critical software or difficult software like Revit or Civil 3D, so those softwares are we're going to take some time to learn, but in BIM360 is just one click away from you, and it's like the way you managing all data throughout your cloud solutions like Google Drive and so on. Okay, and the set of menus that we have here is actually, we have the project home, we have the set of document management. Okay, so document management is compulsory for every BIM360 users, because whenever you purchase or whenever you get this BIM360 account, you will get the document management for free. For instance, let me show you the how it works. Okay, for instance, if you have the Autodesk provided some of these packages available for our country. So let's say you have the BIM360 docs, you have the BIM360 design, and also you have the BIM360 glue and also BIM360 build. Okay, so whenever you purchase or you get these BIM360 docs, of course you will get the BIM360 docs. Okay, and when you purchase this BIM360 design, you don't have to purchase BIM360 docs because it's all included inside BIM360 design. And same goes to BIM360 glue and build. So if let's say your company purchase the 50 seats of BIM360 glue and build, so you will get 50 seats for BIM360 docs also for free. So because BIM360 docs is being used to, like say, is your centralized information center. So where all the informations like drawings, 3D models, 2D models, 2D plans, PDF drawings, contract documents is stored inside the BIM360 docs. Okay, and then you can see the features that we can in overall. Okay, you can see for all BIM360 packages, you still need to have a document management as the platform. Okay, and we have additional features for BIM360 design, which I'm going to go through after this, and then we also have another additional features for glue and build. So that's basically packages that are available in our industry in Malaysia, especially in our ASEAN region. Okay, and then let us jump back to our BIM360 account. So if you are the account holder, so you will be entitled as a project admin. Okay, so this is where you can actually add more members. So let's say you can add members here, and then you can simply add members through using email address and so on. Okay, and also you can add companies, any companies that will be joining these projects, okay, or are joining this project, and also you can control types of services that we will use for this. Okay, so let's say you just want to use the document management features and also design collaboration features. So the other features like BIM360 project management and also BIM360 fields will not be activated because you are not using that features for this project. Okay, so as a project admin, you are creating a project profile. Okay, so let's say for real projects, so you have to mention actually for what types of the projects, what are the construction type, the project value, contract type, and so on. So all the information here are very clear to see and very easy to control. So let's say you want to go to editing the data, so you can simply put an address of the project. So why we need to fill in all of this? Because for BIM projects, transparency is number one. So you have to let other people know what is going on with this project. So this is how we're going to go with BIM for our entire projects, right? So let's say you are the project admins, then you already added all the members, companies, services, and also you have managed all the profile. So you can see, let's say we go to document management module. So before we jump into design collaboration, so before we jump into this design collaboration, so let's us define what are the things that we need to do in document management. Okay, and you'll see if we have the folders here, we have a set of folders on the left side. So we have divided into two main categories. One is the plans and the other one is the project files. Okay, why we have two? Because project files is entitled for your internal team members. So let's say you are having, like, say, a model coordination with other consultants. So you will share everything in the project files, whereas plans is the area or the folders that you can arrange for submissions or for, you know, if you want to deal with construction period and so on. So you can add another sets of documents like PDF plan views and so on. So another contract documents also in plans folders, so that you can see. For now it's empty because I have nothing to show for this. And also this is simple on document management. So if we jump into design collaborations, okay, and it's the fetching team list. So for using BIM360, it requires a very good internet connections, whereas you will stuck anywhere, right? Because let's say we have the this is the main user interface for design collaboration. You can see it's clearly stated up here. The title is design collaborations, meaning that whenever you want to work across project members, let's say you want to work together with your team or you want to work across with your other consultants and so on. So this is the area where you can monitor everything, okay? Design collaboration is where you can control who uploaded the files, and you can see whatever things that is updated on this swim lane. Okay, so my role here is an architect. So for the design collaborations, if I'm going back to my project admin user interface, you can see I have a menus here for design collaborations where I can add another teams or another companies. Okay, so how this BIM360 works is you can use this BIM360 for internal use. Let's say you want to work together with your colleagues. Let's say you have a mixed development project and you can create a team. Let's say one team is for like phase A, phase B, phase C, and so on. Okay, and also you can use this BIM360 across the projects. Okay, whereas you which you can work together with other consultants like CNS. If you are the architects, you can have to work together with CNS, M&E, contractors, and so on. So from here, you can add teams. Okay, you can add team names. So let's say you want to add the M&E mechanical team. Okay, you can add here. Oh, it's already there. Okay, it's just not activated. So let's say you add the contractor. So by adding these themes, it will actually automatically create a folders that you first see in the BIM360 documents. Okay, let's say we have added these contractor folders. So when I'm going back to my document management here, okay, you will see there are there is a folder for contractor where you can upload, or if that contractor requires to upload, let's say for another LOD 400 models. So this is where contractor can share their models, can revert back to us for LOD 400 modelings and so on. So this is another way that we can arrange the folder based on your team. Okay, so this is just a samples for standard projects. You can customize based on your team members and requirements. Okay, it's not necessary to have all this, but you have to think about what are the teams that you need to be included in this BIM360. Okay, it's up to you. All right, so when you have the, let's say we go back to this project admin. Okay, so that's how we're going to control your teams. Okay. And there is, we've got the architects, civil and structure, and contractor. Okay. You can also define which one is the master model. For, let's say I have uploaded this ARC_O2 RVT as the master model, so I will define it as a master model. So other peoples will use that as the main reference to link in their Revit model. Okay. So I will jump back to design collaborations. And you will see there is a set of works that have been done today. So let's say I'm going to open the models. Okay, so these are the way. This is the way that we can view the models. So whoever created the models, they will upload and synchronize with our design collaboration modules. And whoever going to see the latest updates, you don't have to use Revit. You don't have to use any 3D software to open the file. Just log in using your mobile device or tablet or iPad in BIM360 applications, and you can simply view all of these updates. Okay, and also you can see the main important features of design collaboration is what are the things that will be shown in this swim lane. So this swim lane is for you to track the progress for every project members. Okay, so let's say you have the architect members of your own, and you will see, so we have, let's say you have the latest dots here. So it means that this work package has been updated on today. Okay, and you will see if you can actually simply zoom in and zoom out the timeline. Okay, and also you can also move backward if you want to see previous packages that has been, or previous work that has been updated. So the nodes that you see here represents the timeline. Okay, so for the actual project, you will have many team members, active members that uploaded their models maybe daily, okay, or weekly. So that depends on how you're going to manage that model. Okay, and that is, so how are we going to put Revit models into this BIM360 platform? So that would be questions, because to view everything in BIM360 is very easy, but how are we going to first starting up the process on doing the cloud collaborations? So let's say I'm using the Autodesk Revit 2019.2. So just so you know, if you are using 2018 versions, you probably cannot use this BIM360 design because it only applicable for 2019 and above. Even though they say that we can use that in 2018.3. So just to be safe, if you are not having the right versions, or the latest version, you probably cannot use these features to link your model with your BIM360. Okay, so regularly, people, when you want to start collaborating with other, sorry. Okay, so when people want to start collaborating with across project members or across your colleagues in your office, so we will use these collaborate tools. Okay, and you will see if you are registered as the BIM360 design user, so you have these another options in your collaboration tools, where usually we'll use this within your network, and also another option that we can use here is in BIM360 documents. So I'm not going to show how we're going to collaborate within your network, because it's like the way you do it locally. So within your network means that you are saving your drawings or your projects locally on your server. But if you prefer to use this BIM360, you don't have to save your files in your local server. Okay, you just click this BIM360 in BIM360 document management and click OK. and you will see it will direct you to the folders that you have been set in BIM360 account. For instance, let's say I'm having this Malaysia account, so I have few folders here, working folders. Let's say I'm going to put into BIM360 demo, okay, and I'm going to store this as our central model, okay, in project file, for instance, in architects, okay, that's for instance. And you will start initiates and the process begins, and you will see the model is uploaded online when you got access to BIM360 design. Okay, so that is basically the process. Is quite straightforward, okay, but you have to be very particular on what you are going to publish. Okay, so in these publish settings, you can control the items that you are allowed to see in the cloud platform. For instance, if you want everybody to have a view of your floor plan, you have to make sure it is clicked here. Let's say you want everybody to have the 3D view here, or your title blocks. So you must click any views that you want everybody to see, and it will be allowed in BIM360 platform. Okay, or else if you keep everything empty, so people won't see anything inside BIM360 platform. Okay, so that's the way we control items that we're going to publish online. Okay, and we're going to save and close, and okay, so let's say we just save this, right? So let's say you have uploaded the first file, and how we're going to start working with the central file. Let's say this is the Revit 2019.2. So if you're going to start working directly from BIM360, not from your server, so you can simply open the file, and there is a folder here, BIM360. Okay, usually it has this folder automatically, or you can also download the BIM360 connector to work along with your local file. Okay, so I will directly find the BIM360 folders, Malaysia's, Acadsystems, Acadsystems design demo, project files. And let's say I'm going to work on the architect files, and let's say I will open this architecture file number 2, and you are actually opening this file directly from cloud server. Okay, you are no longer use your local server. Okay. Okay, but you don't have to be worried, because the way we work, the next step that we're going to work with Revit is simply the same that you've been working. There is no changes in modeling style. There is no changes in modeling methods and so on. So you can simply continue working, let's say editing. So everything is just like working the same as you are working with local server. It's just that you don't burden your local server with your unnecessary drawings or your huge files of drawing, because BIM360 is having unlimited storage, which you can use. You can use BIM360 for so many projects that you want, and you can upload as many files that you wish to upload. Okay. All right. So let's say I'm going to work on this first floor model, right? So I'm going to draw another walls layout. Okay, let's say I'm going to create these walls. Work on these walls. Okay. Going to align back with this grid line, for instance. Okay, and you can draw further you can put anything as usual. Okay, so let's say this is the updated files. Okay, the first one is only for the first floor. Now I updated the models by working on the second floor's wall. Okay, and the next thing that you're going to do is you just need to synchronize. Okay, you just need to go to collaborate menu, and then you just need to synchronize this with Central. Okay, and it will simply find the central model locations in BIM360 in this Acadsystems design demo 2 and also this file. Okay, you can put comments to anybody that is, let's say, level 2 updated. Okay, and then you can click OK, and it will start the process of synchronization with your cloud storage. Okay, so it's going to take a while, depends on your files. So it's common, even you are using local server, it also takes a while to upload the files and to synchronize. Okay, and the difference between the way we work locally and cloud is we have to manage cloud models. And in here, you can see we have the manage cloud models options, where you can see all models that have been done in these users or from your team. Okay, so let's say I have entitled for this Acad design demo 2. I'm going to click the Acad design demo 2, and let's see what we've got in the list of cloud models management. Okay, and you will see which one is the latest one? Okay, so I'm working on this ARC_02, so it has the last updated time now, okay, 4 p.m. And I will simply hit this publish latest so that it will directly publish to your BIM360 models. Okay, so why we have these manage cloud models? Because if everybody hitting the same button, synchronization button at the same time, so you would probably got lagged, okay, or the process would be totally broken. Sometimes you are failed to synchronize. So that is why this managed cloud models is the new features of dealing with cloud synchronization, so that you can control what are the models that you're going to publish, okay, for your team members, or else you will simply lose the synchronization features. Okay, this happens when you are using local server synchronizations, and you will see when it is updated to the latest version, ARC02 RVT. So it says here the latest version of the models has been published on this folder, Acad design demo. So let's see what we've got in this BIM360 platform. So new content available for your team. What is that? New content was published in your team space. Do you want to load now? Click update. Okay, so I'm going to switch to the latest version. Okay, it's going to take a while. Okay, and whatever you do in for today, let's say it says here in the notes that there is a model published on today. What are the files that affected? What are the files that is uploaded? So you can also simply click at these notes anytime you see the latest updates. So it's going to take a while for me because I'm running this live stream at the same time that I'm running this BIM360. So it consumes my bandwidth a lot actually. So hopefully it goes faster without any other internet activities. Okay. So for those who are missing the first, let's say you are missing the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of this webinar, you can simply go to our Facebook page, Acadsystems Berhad, and this webinar is recorded live on that page. Well, okay. All right, so let's say we're gonna leave it loading, okay, because my internet bandwidth is quite packed actually. So let's say we have finished these models, and you can simply close, okay, easily close without asking anything because the file is already uploaded on your cloud, and you don't have to worry whether your file is the latest one or not because you already synchronized with everything. So let's say you're going to work with your any models, any other discipline like the structural models. So you can simply go to open models. So let's say I'm going to work on my structural models, for instance. Give project files and civil and structure. And let's say I'm opening up my structural model here. Okay, it's opening your, let's say you are now the CNS consultants, then you're going to link the architect models in your structural drawings so that you can model your structural items. Okay, so let's say there is a link that I remove the link for now. So I'm going to show you how we're going to work with that link later. So let's say there is structural models that you need to finish, and you have to link the architectural drawings for your usage. So if you're going to link, usually people will use this insert Revit link. So the same goes to this cloud platform BIM360. You can still use this link Revit, but the way you find the file is directly from the cloud server. Okay, you can simply, it brings you to the cloud folders. Let's say you want to deal with the latest ARCO2 files and link, and click open. Okay, so the files is shown here. Okay, and you can see we have the updated files with the walls in the design that we updated from the previous architects for projects. Okay, and now you can use the architecture models. Okay, and this is why for me it is very good tools because you don't have to wait until the architect sends you the emails or until architects notify you the file has been updated regularly, because usually you will deal with another project managers or another team leader and so on, but you may not have access to them 24/7. Okay, so this is solving the issues of communications. So while waiting for nothing, you better use this platform, and then you will get the latest update on time, and you can work on your projects. And from, as you see, it can actually boost up your working speed because you don't have to wait for hours or days just for the updated files using another platform. Okay, let's say I'm gonna work with my structural model. Okay, I'm gonna draw beam, for instance. Okay, and maybe for label one, I'm going to show you the coordination model, and you'll see the wall. So let's say I'm going to draw some, let's say structural items like beam for ground model. So it will be a little bit thicker. Okay, so the way you model is not going to be changed. So if you already have your working template and so on, so it's not going to affect anything in BIM360. So plus it will boost up the way you work, because by using this BIM360 platform, you will reduce the time of waiting the updated files. Okay, and links, Revit. Let's say I'm going to hide these things. Okay, so let's say you have added some more objects on this BIM3 structural models, and you can see if you are looking at the collaborate menu, so you can control the items that you're going to show in BIM360 the design. Okay, and then if you have everything sorted out, you can simply synchronize with Central. So by meaning that it will synchronize with Central for structural. Okay, so it says here the STR1 is the central model. So if you are working with, let's say your team's working like linking with project, link Revit, so many layers of link Revit. So you can still work on this platform because it won't stop you from linking, and whatever you do in these projects, so it will stay to synchronize with Central, even though that file is not really the actual Central file that you work with. Okay, I'm gonna synchronize with Central. So let's say ground floor beam updated. Okay, so it will brings the update into this BIM360 Acad System Design Demo 2 and STR underscore 01 Revit file. Okay, and click update. And as usual, it will go to the synchronization process. Okay, and same goes to the step of managing your cloud models. You have to manage your cloud models, and you will see your file is actually have been updated. So let me check for a while STR1. Okay, so in this managed cloud models, the other things that you can do is you can actually see if whether you can relinquish your models or you can view versions. So what you can see in the view version is that whoever uploaded here is like they're watching the history. So let's say you are working with the latest by whom and when is that happening, and let's say it was updated this morning 11 a.m. and what are the comments that have been listed here. So all the things that you see here will be shown for your team members. Okay, and then you don't have to worry about how you're going to communicate with other people. So this is going to help you to clear up things that sometimes you lost your communication skill just because of you don't get to say the actual things that you work with. Okay, and then let's look back into, so probably I'm going to refresh this BIM360 design. Okay, so you will see it is working on the latest file. So you have the design collaboration design collaboration swim lane here, and it says it still got an update. So it is on a daily basis. So whenever your teams update every day, so you will get to see these things. Okay. All right. So this milestone tracker is very, very important because you will not lose track to whoever and make sure whoever work on their projects, okay, for any disciplines, it will brings the notes available or visible here for you to track the progress. So meaning that, so if you have, let's say 10 or 20 consultants in the same projects, so that could be a way that you can see, it will be a list of themes that you can see here. And most importantly, you need to know how you're going to manage the models. And this is the latest models that you having in this BIM360 platform. And you will see I'm not using any cloud, I'm not using any local server to synchronize my Revit models. And still, if you don't have Revit software, you don't have to buy Revit software just to view these models. Okay, even though people got so many viewers and so that. So it's better for you to utilize this BIM360 if you are the bosses or managers and so on. So you just utilize the BIM360 to monitor your team's progress anywhere you are. So if you are working, let's say outstation, you are working in other countries also, you can still log in into this BIM360 account. There are no restrictions, country restriction and so on, because it available worldwide. Okay, and this is why I really like this BIM360 design, because it helps us to solve the server maintenance issues or server problem issues and so on. So if you are really worried on the data that you uploaded on the cloud, because people say that if I uploaded my data on the cloud, so how I'm going to be sure that the data is safe? Okay, you can see there is a security white paper available for your reading. Okay, you can see what are the types of security standards that Autodesk has been implemented to run this BIM360 and to store the data and so on. So you can read it online, or you can read out the white paper to see the in a better way. Okay, so Autodesk is very particular on keeping your confidentiality, keeping your data, because if you are willing to risking your data using Google Drive, using OneDrive, so that are the unencrypted data storage, cloud data storage. So BIM360 is the encrypted data storage, where you have the data encryption and privacy is protected throughout this platform. So again, so if you are really worried on the data, so get back to your daily works job scope. You just transfer everything through emails. You just transfer everything through basic cloud storage or open cloud storage, which can easily be hacked anytime. But BIM360 is using the Amazon Web Service, okay, as their providers. You know that Amazon Web Service, Amazon Server Farm is the best server in the world. It has the biggest and the best servers in the world. So it has also the best security standards. That is why Autodesk BIM360 is implementing their BIM360 cloud using Amazon Web Services. All right. So for if you want to go further with BIM360 design, so please feel free to contact us for another demos for your companies. Okay, I'm more than happy to share this knowledge with you guys. And if you want to go with other events, you can go to our websites and see the events calendar here. We've got another events coming. Not just for construction industry, also for manufacturing and also for AutoCAD users. Okay, we have so many events setting up for you guys just for free. And if you miss the earlier parts, you can still watch this part in our live page here. It's still live here. Okay, and before we end our sessions, so let me run some polls to see your personal your working background. So you can simply answer this question. So what is your background? So I just need to know. Sorry of the typo error of the architect. So it's not supposed to be writing that way. Okay. So all right. So I'm still waiting for other persons to fill in these polls just for seconds. Okay, we've got the architects, we've got the contractors, we've got what else here? Okay, so thank you very much, guys, for attending this webinar. Hopefully, this would help you to open your eyes and mind to what is the latest, what is been happening in our industry recently. So BIM360 is very new. It's really fresh. So if your company is having this platform. Okay, so for pricing and all that, so you can contact our company. You can just email us, find us in our website. So I don't have that information for now because I'm more on the technical teams. So sorry for KKHA. I will follow up with you later. If you can leave me your email, I will send you the information if you want to. Okay. So for those who need more information, you can contact me at acadsystems.com, or you can simply call me at our office, Acadsystems KL. Our office is located at Ampang. So thank you guys for joining this session. I hope this would brings a better value for your company, and then to work with BIM is to get better with your construction. All right. Thank you very much, and hope to see you guys again in the next event. Bye bye.